Stephen, my dear brother, you're in your 80th year. You've never had heart attacks. I mean, I had a heart attack 12 years ago. I had prostate cancer 6 years ago. You've had none of these. You're in your 80th year. You drive two hours to get here on those freeways. You work all day, boom, boom, boom. You serve people. You do a fantastic job with them. And then you drive 2 hours back, walk your dogs. What's up? What's the secret?
It's the Italian olive oil.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of stuff. I had the experience of having parents who were very body aware. That's why when I got into being a therapist, a counselor, I always knew there was something more than just talking. It had to do with something that was deeper than the interaction. When they started to talk about mind, body, spirit, I said, oh, that's interesting. Mind, body, spirit. The only problem I had with that was the same problem I had when I walked into my first philosophy course at Loyola University. It's now Loyola Marymount. And the prof got up and he says, I'm going to give you the definition of man. Okay, that sounds interesting. He says, man is a rational animal. So I said, that's interesting. That sounds plausible. The only problem was that we got in philosophy, because we had to take philosophy every single semester, we got in philosophy the rationality of thinking, but did not get the animal part of it. And I tucked that away. I didn't remember that until more recently that quotation was there in the back of my brain. So in the early part of my work, I got drawn into the work of Wilhelm Reich. Reich was a protege of Freud, and he saw the relationship between the mind and the body. He wrote a book way back in the 20s. It's called Character Analysis. And in it, what he did was he classified various neurotic, psychotic behavior based upon how people armor their body. And he outlined six rings of armoring. And what he saw was the fact that somehow there was a blockage in the nervous system. The autonomic nervous system was not functioning as it needed to be. People around here with the chest stuck out and they're locked in, or their eyes are like BB eyes in the back of their head. And so they weren't engaging, they didn't feel the freedom to do it because they had to protect themselves from either impulses that they had inside of them, right, and afraid to express, or afraid of attacks from the outside. So he started working with breathing. Now, whether or not he was aware of what the yogis had known for centuries, and that is that you change the breath, you change the emotions. But he had to have some ideas about that. So he began to work with breathing to get people's breath between inhalation and exhalation and a natural flow. And that was kind of like the beginning. I said, there's something here. I didn't quite know how to do it, so I imitated someone, and I started training with my first Reichian therapist. And that was fine. That got me going for a while in it. And then I found another Reichian therapist, and he was more refined. He knew more about the work of Reich. And then intervening during that time was the fact that I was driving my car, and I remember the date very vividly. It was September the 15th, 1975. I was driving west on on Santa Monica Boulevard. Got to a signal, stopped there, and was ready to wait for the signal to change. And lo and behold, this guy driving a big, big Cadillac hit me from the back.